Are we live? We are live. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to mid-August 2022. There is a full moon that's about to be in your sign in about a month's time. I don't know if you know what that means, Pisces, but it's all the fantabulous things that are showing up for you. If you're ready to receive, if you're ready to openly accept, and if you're ready to embrace the brand new. Pisces, book a reading, Rubyreadstarot.com. Counseling sessions, tarot therapies, the works. It's all available on the website. I tell you what, if you become a member on the website, I'll even send you an astrological report every month. Consider it. Become a member on the website. If you decide to become a member here, you get moonly updates, full moons, new moons, eclipses, the lot. You get financial reports. Consider becoming a member here, Pisces. So, mid-August 2022, today is the full moon in the sign of free-thinking, free-spirited Aquarius. And this is the time where you might want to consider thinking outside of the box. What you've already tried, what you've already done, scrap all of it. Let's see what we can do different. Evolution, right? Venus also happens to move into the passionate, fiery, sexy star of the zodiac, Leo. And it's about all of the above. It's about passion, it's about lust, it's about obsession, it's about desire. It's all about the deep, deep confidence that love, passion, good sex can bring. On the 20th, Mars enters the sign of Gemini. War takes on an intellectual stance. And so let's all cool down a little bit, huh? And let's think about what we're doing. On the 22nd, the sun moves into the sign of Virgo. And this is a season of sensuality, of deeper wisdom, of inner knowing, of beauty, of all of the wonderful things that is associated to the wonderful sign of Virgo, which realistically speaking involves a lot of wisdom, inner soul searching. On the 24th, Uranus goes into retrograde in the sign of Taurus and Pisces. This is a lot to do with how you are planning for your future resources, who you live with, your living space, your security, your stability. Uranus going into retrograde is a grace period that allows you to redo all of the things that you may have miscalculated. On the 25th, Mercury moves into the sign of Libra. Communication gets hella flirty. It gets balanced. There's a lot of equilibrium. It's easier to communicate. My Mercury in Virgo being at home is super analytical. The words are very precise. They're super punctual. In the sign of Libra, conversation takes on a more balanced approach. It's more flirty because Libra is ruled by Venus. So there's a tinge of softness to the conversation. On the 27th, Pisces, there is a new moon in the sign of Virgo. And this is about opening the portal doors to this Piscean energy of bringing in intuition, working with inner wisdom. In the Virgo sign, your full moon, I think, is really going to show you a lot about where you may have, Pisces, put on the blinders and where you may have kind of let certain things blind you. And this full moon might really open up your eyes in regards to where it is, Pisces, that you may have not only held yourself back, but where it is that you may have been caught up in certain habits or certain behavioral patterns that you know aren't necessarily aligned with your evolution, your progression, your moving forward, your becoming whole. Pisces, with this full moon, not only does it highlight the good, but it also highlights the bad. And it also is an indication that you've kind of come full circle with something. And so it may be time for you to prepare for something new. For some reason, Pisces, I've been having this really strong feeling for you that you're moving into a new part of your life. You're moving on to a completely different era. Okay, the way you may have done things before, you may not necessarily be doing them the same anymore. And so Pisces, I really actively encourage you to see where it is that you can really make sure that you're around the people that you trust, you're around the people that you love, you're around the people that you know are full of the kind of energy that you really need to be part of right now. This is your full moon. And so it's a really nice time for you to celebrate the wins, for you to see how far you've come, for you to really be able to align not only with who you are now, but align with the things that you know that you're, not align with them, but kind of separate yourself from the things that you know you're no longer part of. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. Do click the thumbs up button. It helps other people know that we are here. These are live. Oh, Pisces, by the way, I hope you're enjoying the new setup. Things have changed, obviously. A lot has been changing, and I have been changing. Inevitable, right? It's all part of it, evolution. This is the new setup. I hope you guys like it. I'm sure things will be changing in the future. I'm a mutable earth sign. My specialty is changing things up in the material. But Pisces in me is so strong. I think it's the second strongest element in me, sign in me. And so when I say Pisces, let's talk about these cards. Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. So there is some opportunity. It's an emotional opportunity to see all of that work that you've put in, all of the due diligence, all of the being patient, all of the kind of, hey, I put the work in. There is this moment of recognition, Pisces, and it comes in the form of a sweet, substantial, emotional offer that kind of opens up the pathway where you begin to see things come through for you. Now, Pisces, there is an element of receiving to this. And so I will say to you, be open to receiving good for the good that you've done. I do think, Pisces, expect either to make an offer to someone. Knight of Cups generally is water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but there is some sort of offer that's on its way to you where you may have been like, hey, you know what? I deserve this. I've worked hard for this. I was expecting this, and now I'm receiving this. Mid-August, there is some sort of floodgate that's opening for you, and there are a lot of things that you may find yourself receiving. I want to say to you, Pisces, your energy, High Priestess, is everything. If you can really stay in between the limitlessness of knowledge and the openness of consciousness, this is the new thing that's happening. All the cards are always ending up on the floor now. So, excusez-moi para un momento. Okay, here we go. 10 of Cups. Sorry, 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I almost want to put this here because I feel like this is another story for us to get into. So, Pisces, look. The High Priestess energy is energy of being in the know. The bottom of the deck, the card was the Fool card, the Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Hierophant, and the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to put the deck down. I'm going to take a sip of my orange juice, and then we're going to break this down. I love doing things this way now. I love that it's live because it gives me more of an opportunity to kind of interact with you guys. And we can kind of discuss the cards as we see them coming out. I mean, pre-recorded videos are great, but I just feel like this is more interactive. I had to do this a couple of months ago, maybe more than a couple of months. And for me, it was really like, I didn't enjoy it at the time. But there's something about doing this live now that I think is just so much more fun. Let me know if you agree. So where are we, Pisces? An emotional offer, a substantial emotional offer being brought forward that means that you're seeing some sort of reward come through, something that you'd worked really hard on, something that you weren't necessarily sure when it would work out for you or how it would show up. Something about a new beginning with a high priestess energy. Doesn't have to be anyone else. It can be you. This is about you taking a risk, a leap of faith, a new beginning, a new start, a fresh, wipe the slate clean, and let's move forward with the progression of consciousness, the education, the study that might be required of you now, just the personal evolution, Pisces, the growth, the self-discovery. It's now time for you to kind of see where it is that you can kind of take a leap of faith and set off in this direction of the full embodiment of high priestess energy. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups, the King of Pentacles. This looks like a lot of money. This reading to me looks like a lot of money. There is significant Pisces, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, Taurus energy here. Please let me know in the description box if it is any one of those. It doesn't have to be. It can be whoever embodies those characteristics in your life at the time. The 10 of Pentacles is security, it's stability, it's grounding, it is having longevity, generational wealth, and the longevity that goes into creating an environment that is safe, that has the potential to last a really long time. There is, for some reason, swords that appears through your heart, which I think is traumas. This is past, present, and future tense. This isn't necessarily the now, but there is some form of stigma associated to a happy home, and whether or not you are actually someone who belongs to a pair. And I wonder if, Pisces, this is something that you have been thinking about. Because there is obviously a very happy home situation. There's obviously twin flame soulmate unions. There's obviously some earth sign who's in the center of this, someone who is super important. Pisces, with this Aquarius full moon, with the rest of August, as we approach your full moon, you are really being invited to see where it is that those swords may have pierced holes in your heart and what it is that you can do to actively remove those traumas, those triggers, those heartaches, those reasons that you hold yourself back, the fear and the doubt. Some action needs to be taken in regards to the healing of this broken heart, because it means that the abundance comes flowing through, the movement comes flowing through, the spiritual connection comes flowing through, and then the offers come flowing through. Operative word, flow, Pisces. There is some form of heartache that is so deeply embedded. And it can be anything. It can be anything for anyone. I can't say what it is, but it is an obstacle that pinches in between what is considered to be a happy home and love. What is this trigger? What is this trauma? What is this thing? Money comes pouring through, and home looks great. You're being given the opportunity to, roll with the good and bad, acknowledge light and day. It's the dualities there's nothing we can do about, and we have to live in the middle of them. but you are given an opportunity to choose your direction. You are being given an opportunity to steer that vehicle that you are directing your life towards a more spiritual understanding of yourself, Pisces. And I guess if I'm to state clearly what the obvious is staring at me, is that there is some sort of trauma healing that needs to take place, and it allows so much to come through. And part of it has to do with your spirituality, and it has to do with what you have to offer the world. Because you may be receiving offers that take you to the next step of your evolutionary journey, and that does mean trusting the hard work that you've already put in and trusting the fact that the universe may have your back. But have you got your own back, Pisces? Have you got your own back, Pisces? Have you got your own back, Pisces? So money comes through and in abundance. This can obviously be the keys to a brand new home. It can be pregnancy. It could be financial offers. It can be anything that means that you are supported. The support turns up, Pisces, exactly when you need it. You are invited to steer your life in the direction towards a more spiritual place. I think the offer that you make right now, Pisces, towards healing any kind of trauma, these offers that you make kind of have to start with you. Have you allowed yourself enough time? Have you given yourself enough inner work? Do you know what? When people go on about inner work this, inner work that, inner work this, la 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 la. Yeah, you can do all of that. You can go to therapy, you can go to counseling for like God knows how long. You can, to me, it just feels like regurgitating the same experience. I think, Pisces, what needs to happen here is really like a bit of a cold, detached stand back from all of these atrocities that kind of pierce the subconscious so hard that they're now sitting in between what is actually a beautiful reading. And so I think, Pisces, your full moon approaches, everything falls into place, things look so beautiful, and life is super content. Just don't do this one thing where you don't take that little bit of time for you. Because Pisces, if I know anything about you, when you don't have enough you time, you're a bit cranky. It's the truth. It's the truth. Ask any of your partners. It's absolutely the truth. When you don't have enough you time, when you haven't had enough space, when you've done everything for everyone, and you haven't done that for you, like giving you the you time you need, you get a bit cranky. And there's way too much good on offer here. There's way too much for you to receive. And there is so much fun to be had, especially when it comes to this divine counterpart, who very obviously is sitting as king, who very obviously has their eye over the home, over the cups of love. You know, the abundance comes pouring through, and so does the home movement. So does the spirituality. It just comes from taking that extra step, that extra dive. You know what I mean? Going that little bit further to the next step of healing, the next step of consciousness evolution. What is next in the journey? Pisces, if you enjoyed the reading, do give it a thumbs up. I hope that you found this helpful. I love you guys so much, Pisces. You're super, super special to me. Thank you for all your love and support. Do book a reading. Look forward to speaking to you soon. Mwah! All my love to you. Bye.